Well, good evening. Good evening. This is Saturday afternoon at 6 o'clock, and today I'm just doing this little live stream. I know it's not the most convenient time to do a live stream, and I know that might be on a few people who are hanging around for a minute. But if you are, please feel welcome. Hey, Miss Melissa Watson Gray, Johnny Bill, Morgan McIntyre. Thank you guys for joining me on this live stream. Marie Stanford, thank you guys. Now, I will say, look, if you're looking for some secret announcement or some secret message, this is not your stream. Hey, Miss Noreen Giles. Okay, Mr. William Bay, good evening. Wyndham Miguel, man, you on fire. I know that, man. Good grief. Abdul Rahman, good evening. Haywood Johnson, good evening, Mr. Darrell Saw Royal Calhoun. I'm doing something differently. Even I'm gonna take about 20 minutes of your time, maybe 30 minutes. I'm gonna try to do this as fast as I possibly can. But if you're looking for the secret, or if you're looking to sit down and take some notes, this is not the call. This is more of a call to say I see networking and what we do and everything, because I truly believe, folks, that life is networking and networking is life. I don't believe I'm a gold hustler. I don't believe I'm a business opportunity hustler. That's not what I am. I really believe I'm in the business of changing lives. And the more I help people change their lives, the more life gets better for me. I don't have to worry about me. I don't have to think about me. I have to think about how do I get into a person's mind to help them change their own life. We can't make anyone do anything here. The gift here is we've got to somehow find a way to inspire people to want to change on their own, to encourage people to change. Okay, that's what this business is all about. And when you become efficient at telling those stories, become good, proficient. Let me use the word proficient at helping to move people to want to change their life. You will succeed in this business. I believe a big part of that is learning how to effectively tell a story or see the story that can be told in everything that you do, everything that you experience. And those who've heard me talk enough, you heard me, Lord God, I got a story for every situation. And I do. And typically when you ask me a question, I got a story to tell. Because I truly believe that stories do sell. And facts tell. See, I can tell you all the facts about a car, but if that's not the color you want, it's not the color you want. If that's not the car you want, it's not the car you want. I can give you all the facts, the nuts and bolts about it. And I insist about this business that we're in called Carabas International, this networking business we're in, that until you have a dream, until you dig deep inside and find that thing that you want, it doesn't matter how you do it. It doesn't matter if we got the map, the massive action plan, whatever system you get involved in, you won't even seek out the information, the truth that will move you down the road until you do it. So something happened yesterday, man, that got me so cranked up. You know, I'm constantly seeing movies. I got a bunch of movies that inspire me. Mr. Berger and I were talking this afternoon. Mr. Roddenberger and I were talking this afternoon about movies that inspire us. And I talked about Field of Dreams and Rocky and Jerry Maguire and all these different things that move me in many ways. But they're all chasing what I call chasing the dream movies. They're all chasing the dream movies. I can see one and, man, I don't care what it's about. I don't care what kind of business it's about. I don't care if it's about chasing the dream, the music industry, the football industry, professional sports, or whatever it is. It fires me up because I've learned in every dream, there's a struggle, and then there's a prize. And that's the key component of almost every movie that comes out, especially if the movies involve chase some dream or thing you want. A person has a dream and then they struggle. Now here's the fake part. Inside of 2 hours of dream, they've climbed to the mountaintop and they've gotten that dream. So anyway, yesterday afternoon, we finished watching one dream chasing movie. My son had it in. And we I was doing some paperwork and doing some other stuff. And then we always leave it to Gabe. So, Gabe, what you want to put in there next? What you want to put in there next? So we're doing some paperwork, getting some stuff ready, some WWs ready, that kind of thing. And Gabe said, I want to put in The Wizard of Oz. And we don't know why he picked that because, like I said, we got about 10,000 DVDs around the house. And he picks The Wizard of Oz. And so whatever. And I've seen The Wizard of Oz about 50 times. And by the way, it actually is one of my favorite movies, created in 1939. And Gabe put that movie in, and I guess I see it probably once or twice a year. I watch that movie. I've been watching that movie as a child with my parents, my mother and my father, and my 7 brothers and sisters. And back in the old days, the folks who take these things for granted, The Wizard of Oz was shown one time a year on CBS, Sunday night, 8 o'clock. I mean, from like 1950 to, I guess, until they start, making it available on DVD and cable. It was like, wow, it was a big thing. Okay, so I have a lot of emotional ties to that movie. I've seen it at least 50 times. But yesterday when Gabriel put it in, I said, oh my God, this is a Dream Chaser movie too. For some reason, it never hit me like that. And then as I'm watching it, I started watching the lessons. And within a minute or two of into the movie, 5 minutes into the movie, I grabbed a piece of paper. And I started taking notes during the movie. And I said to myself, I've got to make this talk. So I'm saying for those who are not in that, you're going to want to hang up. You want to go do something else. But I'm going to tell you something. There's some tremendous lessons. I call it leadership lessons from the Wizard of Oz. Leadership lessons from the Wizard of Oz. I don't mean me. I mean the movie. And the first lesson is number 1. It starts with a dream. The movie starts with a dream. Dorothy is dreaming about a better place. She's unhappy with her life and she's dreaming about a better place. And it starts with the opening song in the first 5 or 10 minutes. Her singing that song, Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Now, some of you may not know the Dorothy version, the Judy Garland version, but you know the Patti LaBelle version. But it's about singing about somewhere over the rainbow. Okay? Somewhere over the rainbow, there's a better life. Somewhere over the rainbow, there is something for me better than this situation I'm in. That's where the dream starts. Okay? And then a storm and a tornado takes place and all those things, and it lands her in Oz. And then, of course, she lands in Oz, and the first thing she does in Oz, her house falls on the first dream stealer who been still the Wicked Witch of the East, who's been stealing everybody's dream there for years. Okay, they didn't talk about that in the movie, but this was my mind saw it. Oh, she crushed the first dream stealer. She just killed that first dream stealer. Now, they didn't say that in the movie, but that's what happened. I mean, everybody was celebrating. They was happy. They was having a good time. But then the second major dream stealer in the land of Oz shows up, and that's the Wicked Witch of the West. She shows up and she says, who's killed my sister? And she went off. So she encountered those first 2 dream stealers, but the Wicked Witch, she said, leave because the good fairy, the good witch came. And let's don't get into the allegory about, for those deep thinkers, please don't take me down the road about the good witch and the bad witch don't bring the racial element into this story, okay? Just follow the story for the time period it was made in 1939 and look at the story because I believe it's a financial story on a whole nother level. I believe the person who wrote this story was telling us a financial story. It's a financial story about freedom if you were paying attention. And watch it. I was paying attention yesterday at 65 years old. I've been watching since I was 4 or 5 years old, but I was paying attention because this is what I saw. So the good fairy came in and told the bad witch, leave out of here. You have no power. You have no dominion here. And she says, so she was free to go. But then she says, well, I want to get back to Kansas. So now here's Dorothy with her dream. She said, well, okay, well, you have to figure it out on your own. And the good fairy, she was gone. And they said, well, the only thing we know, wait a minute, she got all these counselors, just like in high school or college. She got all these counselors says, follow the yellow brick road. I let her follow that gold path. Follow the yellow. Everybody told her to follow the yellow brick road. And man, they cheered. They said she took off with the yellow brick road. She took off after her dream. And the only one, here's something you got to watch. And the only one that went after the dream with her was her dog Toto. Okay? Nobody said we're going to go. Nobody said we'll go with you on that dream. They stayed right there where they were in the lollipop land. Okay? They stayed right there. They said, man, we comfortable right here. You want to follow that dream. You want to hey, good luck with that dream. You and your dog go chase that dream. Just follow the yellow brick road, wherever that take you. And hopefully you can get that dream. I'm getting so excited. I said, oh my God. So she took off on the road. And they cheered and they was happy. But they weren't going with her. They're like you've been sent off to high school, or you've been sent off to the kindergarten first, then you sent off to junior high school, they send you off to high school, and they send you off to college, and they send you off into the world by yourself. Go pursue your dream. Okay? Woo! And they cheered. Like they cheered when you finished high school or junior high or college. They cheered. And she went on down the yellow brick road. Okay? And of course, in going down the yellow brick road, just like chase your dream in this business, your goal is you start alone on the yellow brick road and you like somebody else to believe in that dream with you. And as the story would have it, she did find some other dreamers. I said, man, this is a crazy story. I said, she found some other dreamers, folks. The first dreamer she found was a scarecrow. Now, the scarecrow didn't believe in himself at all. The scarecrow had no brain. The scarecrow had no brain, had no belief in his ability, had no belief in anything he could do. But then Dorothy said, you know what? I'm going to see this wizard. And just maybe this wizard can give you a brain. And she found her dream. He said, well, I got a dream too. And his dream was to do what? To find that wizard with Dorothy. Dorothy wanted to go home to Kansas, and that scarecrow said, I need a brain. I'm going to join you on the trip. It's the same way in building your business. You find somebody else with a dream, and they will join you on the journey. You may start by yourself, but there's somebody else out there you're going to bump into that has a dream. And then, as they are going down the road, who do they run into? They run into the Tin Man. Oh, man. And you're going to run into some tin men when you're building your business. They say, well, what's a tin man? That's the person with no heart. So I was on the phone with Mr. Berger. I said, I don't know how anybody can hear that power call that Mr. Taylor put together this morning with all those folks on the power call talking from their heart about what this business has been done to them. Nobody was talking about buying a Rolls Royce. Nobody said they bought a 10,000 square foot mansion. Nobody said they bought 100 acres. They talked about from the day they saw this business, it changed their life. Just got off a call with the Syntex group in Texas, and the lady said, it gave me hope. That's the first thing Karatbars did, and that's the number one thing that I believe that we sell is hope. What did Dorothy do? Okay, going to see the Osgate, she got hope. And then she sold that hope to the scarecrow. And then she saw the Tin Man. Tin Man had no heart. That means it had no feelings. You run across people have no feelings. They can't feel what we're doing in Karatbars. They say, I don't like that power call. I don't feel anything. I don't get anything for it because they've lost the heart. They can't connect with another human being. They have a challenge with the connection. I'm preaching here today. You're going to run into some tin men. They have no connection. They say, what's the bottom line? How do I make this money? If you can't show me the bottom line, I don't care about that power call. I don't care about AU. I don't care about the dream. I don't care. What's the bottom line? And they don't get in. And I'm okay with that. And some of you have a problem with it. I'm okay with that. Okay? I'm okay when I find a tin man, but I hope I find a tin man, oh my God, that's in search of a heart. That's in search of heart. Because I believe truly in this business that people don't care how much you know until they genuinely care that you care, how much you care. And you can't fake sincerity and you can't fake that you care for an extended period of time. Oh, you might be able to get them to buy a package, or you might get them to buy some corn. You might be getting them to do a lot of things. But if they get any sense you genuinely don't care about them and their success, they gone just like that. And you wonder why they gone. So you may enroll some tin men, but they don't stay long. If they don't start developing a heart. So the tin man said, Dorothy, you know, I need a heart. That tin man said, I want a heart. So, man, he jumped on the yellow brick road with Dorothy and the scarecrow. And then they continue down there. Of course, the dream still, the wicked witch had to show up again. She tried to steal their dream. She set the scarecrow on fire and all that kind of stuff. You know, all that nonsense happened. Because you're going to run into some bumps along the road. You're going to run into people who try to steal your dream. But then they get further down the road and they run into a bully. Because, you know, sometimes in your business, you're going to do what? You're going to run into bullies. And that was the line. That was the line. He came out barking, man. He came out roaring he came out like he was something, boy. He came out, he had status, man. He had a good job. He was already comfortable. He was king of the forest, man. He had the education, had the background, had the PhDs, had the great job, had the 401k. He was comfortable. He was good. And he roared back at you. And first, for a minute, you were scared. For a minute, you back down. He started talking, I don't need that network, that pyramid stuff. I don't need that stuff. I'm good. He was barking. Okay? Because he didn't think you had the strength. And maybe you don't have the strength to stand up to that bully right now when you first getting started in business. That's why you got to plug him into the system. The guy said, I'm good. He said, I don't need that stuff. Why are you doing that pyramid stuff? Most people fail in that thing. He give you all the reasons why you should be comfortable and go find yourself a good job. That's the bully. That's the lion. But what did Dorothy do? She didn't care what the lion was saying. She might have been a little afraid, but then the lion almost hurt her dog, her Toto. So you got to put this in perspective. It's the same thing like a mother cub, man. Okay, I tell people, I say, you can do a lot of things to me, and I shrug it off. You hurt one of my kids, we're going to go to the tool shed. Okay? You hurt my wife, we going to the shed. You can do stuff to me, I'm like, I'm cool. But you hurt feelings and hurt her or hurt him or hurt one of my children, oh my God. And most of you feel the same way. You'll let folks get away with all kinds of things. They'll do all kinds of things. They can say all kinds of things about your business. They don't care. Okay? I find myself right now, I defend people in the business. I defend your dream. Way more than I say, but when one of your people start attacking you and dream, and I know how fragile your dream is. You just getting started, man. I'll put east. I can become Roni in a minute. Okay. That happened to me one time about 25 years ago. I was still on my job. And one of the guys went to one of the people on my team and said something negative about the business and said something negative about me. I'm talking about right in the middle of corporate. I walked